Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Hogwarts Legacy, where in the last episode we once again started doing some side quests, and we have finished a couple side quests last episode, and most importantly last episode we learned the first Unforgivable curse. We learned Crucio. Can't cast it unless we have an enemy, I guess, but right now we are on a side quest mission again to recover some letters for Sirona back in the Three Broomsticks, and that has led us to over here. But I see an interesting icon on the map, a moon with a plus, probably a moon with a star is what it's supposed to be. So we are going to investigate a little bit.
Knowing our meat, he's likely studied here.
Ah, this is one of those astronomy tables, right? How do I use it though? Alright, there we are. Okay, yeah, that looks a little bit like a lion. Not bad at all. And there is a cave beneath us, I believe. Ooh, Inferi, we need this one. They need to be on fire.
Incendio! Confringo! Bombarda! Incentego! Incendio! Stupefy!
Excellent.
Revelio.
Let's see, what were they guarding? Ah, it's a level 3 lock. Come on, guys. Alright, let's head to our quest destination.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Some resources to collect. Excellent. Horclump Hollow.
I still need to visit the cave to find Sirona's box of letters. Perhaps I'll find more Horclumps. Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. Incendio! Ah, that's all the Horclumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Revelio.
Oh. Perhaps I need to destroy it before I go there.
Confringo! Incendio! Revelio.
Interesting. Interesting. Right, more Horclump juice.
Reparo.
Oh, sorry, wrong button.
Confringo. Revelio.
Rats, nice. Ooh. 61 gold, 80 gold, 83 gold. Skull and candle shell. Think something. Ooh, 98 gold. I think that is something for the room of requirements. Okay, nice. Nice, 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 nice. Where do we go?
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Incendio! Bombarda!
Whoa!
That was a close one.
Alright. Defeat trolls, 1 out of 5. Excellent. Dittany leaves. Troll bogey. Great. More Hoglum juice. Probably could have avoided this fight if I would have used my invisibility. Ooh, squirrels. I don't think we've ever seen those before. Dear Serona, when I arrived here, I had a troubling sense that in many ways I wasn't like the other first years. I confess I worried that Hogwarts might not have been the proper place for me and pondered sending an owl to my parents, asking them to fetch me almost before the first week of classes had ended. How did you know? I presume you're not secretly illegilimens, but I wonder that you seem to know my thoughts better than I did myself. That day in the Three Broomsticks, when you spotted me huddled in a corner, staring blankly at an untouched butterbeer and an empty bit of parchment, my quill dripping ink woefully onto the floor, and you came to sit with me. Well, I shall never forget it. I recall a sudden sense of relief, as if someone had cast a levitation charm on me. When you told me about how nervous you'd been to come to Hogwarts, I looked at you and it seemed beyond my imagination to think of you as anything but the confident, contented witch sitting before me. In the days that followed, I marveled at how you charmed, in the non-magical sense I mean, everyone around you without apology, embracing who you were and who they were. It was as though a candle had flickered on for me. I realized that I could choose that path as well. Now that my school years are ending, the frightened first year which I had been seems worlds away. And I know it's because you saw yourself in that despairing creature in the corner of the pub, and so generously extended yourself to her. Yours sincerely, Mirabelle. P.S. Please tell Mrs. Sproddle that I still plan on visiting her and Mr. Sproddle whenever I can for their delightful conversation, and I am unashamed to admit her incomparable cauldron cakes. Ah, that's cool. Wow, these are all the letters. Okay, nice. Dear Sirona, I conjured this wee gift for you as a token of my gratitude. If you hadn't stood your ground on my behalf during Quidditch practice last week, I might have left the team altogether, and now we've won the Quidditch Cup. Ravenclaw House would not be the same without you. My dear Sirona, I've sent a note separately to dear Mr. and Mr. Sproddle for their hospitality, but felt the need to put quill to parchment with my thanks for you as well. What a lovely respite from the castle. I won't soon forget how we giggled about that ridiculous gnome. Did he truly believe that he was singing? And Mrs. Sproddle's steak and kidney pie was simply glorious. I shall be dreaming of it for days. I so appreciate you including me. I fear I must warn you, however, that this does not mean I will go easy on you in next week's match. You know that Ravenclaw is no match at all for Slytherin this year. Most gratefully yours, Philomona. Okay, cool.
This must be Sirona's box of letters. Revelio.
More letters. Excellent. Dear Mrs. Sproddle, Mother and Father were delighted to hear that you and I had spent the afternoon at Gladrag's last Saturday. Truth be told, I think my mother was ever so slightly envious. I shan't soon forget how heartily we laughed at my efforts to lace the bodice of my new dress. A challenge indeed, as is the rather delicate practice of properly situating a hat pin without wounding either my head or my hat. But I adore everything that we selected, and I have you to thank for now feeling like a marvelous fashionable witch. It was also a treat to dine at the Three Broomsticks without having to clear the tables. I shall own a place like that one day, mark my words. I consider myself more than lucky that you and Mr. Sproddle agreed to let me stay. I know that my parents feel precisely the same way. Yours gratefully, Sirona. Cool.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Dear Sirona, happy birthday, my darling friend. I sneaked into the kitchens and asked Finky to make your favorite, cream crowdy. She was delighted to oblige, not sure where she gets the raspberries at this time of year. Genius, that Finky. Bess.
I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back.
Yeah, but we're not done yet. Are we? I don't think so.
Confringo! Revelio.
Ah, the treasure room. So many things to loot and to find. Nice. Now we are done. Excellent. Cool. There is something over here. It's all the way at the bottom. Might have to come back for that. Or we could just follow the path. No, we'll come back for it. Because on this side there is a treasure chest on the map. And I am interested in that as well. Is it up there?
You're that hippogriff thief.
Bombarda! Tego! Incendio!
You're sitting on my eyebrow!
Excellent!
Your coaching days are over.
We're getting better at this.
Revelio.
Which should be no surprise, we've been doing this for a while now. Okay, can't enter the tent through the obvious hole. Explosive 3. Oh, okay. There's something up there as well. Alright, not now, not now. We are going to return the box of letters to Sirona. Although, are we going to do that on foot? Don't think that is the fastest way. Ashwinder X, cool.
Revelio.
Who are you?
You'll see it was a mistake parting ways with me.
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes. And no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend by the name of Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
You show him.
That must have been frustrating for you.
Yes, it was. Terribly. I'm simply passionate about my work. Supercilious fool. He's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his prized possession. A venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
Why not?
You said Mr. Lawley was your ex-business partner. What were you working on?
I had an idea to train venomous tentacula, create guard plants, if you will, that attacked when ordered. We hit a snag when one ate Lawley's Kneasel. After that, he cut me out of the business, the short-sighted fiend.
Why do you need Mr. Lawley's venomous tentacula in particular?
Simple. If I have it, then Lawley doesn't. Ergo, I can launch my business, and he must start all over again. I'm killing 2 snidgets with 1 stone.
What else is in Mr. Lawley's cellar?
All of Lawley's herbology supplies. He has quite the collection. Fill your pockets while you're there. Or to slow him down for a bit, and I can get my business going minus any competition.
I don't know. Sounds a little petty.
I'm not sure this is something a student should be doing on your behalf.
Oh, it's nothing. And he deserves it. Trust me. He'll be in and out of there in no time.
I doubt it.
Very well. I'll see what I can do.
Excellent. I shall be right here. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula.
I very much doubt it.
Just need that venomous tentacula.
Mr. Barnes will only get in trouble going down this path. I need to find another way to get him a venomous tentacula.
You certainly made an impression.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some Horklumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentioned Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw. We could have cheered them on together.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Excellent. We're almost level 23.
I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
Yeah, no problem at all. No problem at all. Right. So, next up on the agenda... Oh, wow, that is loud. Next up on the agenda... Shh. I think... Oh, we have so many new quests. We have... Brother's Keeper, Venomous Revenge, In the Shadow of Discovery. Sebastian sent me an owl saying he found something. Now that should be interesting, but I think what we are going to do... We are going to meet Poppy.
I can't imagine how I'd have felt as a boy at night.
Right, here we are.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not.
Horntail Hall.
Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Sure.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way. A centaur. Tread carefully.
Ooh, centaur.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone
Sure
worse.
was.
Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
Revelio.
That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Revelio. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Pelts. Poor beasts. Revelio.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here, all sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin-made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here.
Revelio.
I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
That's it. Lightfooted's the word.
My mother used to always say, a clear head makes way for a clear path. I know all your party. Jury's never seen a clear tie.
I would say that Irondale is not appropriately named.
Lucas, tell us.
If I wanted this little excitement, I'd have a job at a bank.
Loud as a troll you are.
Lucas, tell us.
think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
Revelio. What in Merlin's name?
Oh no.
Are those dragons?
Dragons? Multiple? Dragon fighting? Oh man. That is awful.
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now. And the secrecy.
Damn
No
it.
wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word. Given how crowded it is here, how could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being on the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted. A more hushed approach is likely wise.
Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking him.
Mister, tell us. Revelio. Revelio.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
I say we go too far. The violence is going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near.
Mister, tell us.
Such arrogance.
Too hard.
Revelio.
Alright, I think they know we're here. We did level up though. Yeah, from now on I think secrecy is out the door.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we? Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Wiggenweld potion, okay. There's lots of stuff over here. This is going to be a boss fight, I think. Come on, why can't I run?
Alohomora.
Right. And now we have a dragon egg.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
You know what? I'm gonna make some changes over here. I'm gonna put Expelliarmus over here. And for this fight, I want that one over here. And then over here, we can have what this has. Let's give this one some of this. And then over here, I don't have enough, but we can do this one and this one.
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
Great. And boss, and boss.
See how you like this?
I shall make monks of you. You'll have to fight eventually. Shall we finish what we started? The lad returns alone. Not the bright.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Right? How do we free her? Oh, we need this one. No, this one. Right, nice, nice.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Oh boy. That's convenient that we know a shield charm for that.
This way.
Wow. How to free your dragon.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and
But
definitely
we only
not the
freed
fighting.
one dragon.
The last
There
thing
were
I
at
planned
least
on was a
3.
dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It would be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
The Defender of Dragons. Excellent. If that wasn't an exciting episode, I don't know what is. But we only saved one dragon, there were 3.
Revelio.
Transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Alright. Well, exciting episode, like I said. So, we freed a dragon, and did not expect that, but that was a hell of a fight.